welcome to all of you future Inhumans. This is the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. after show here on theStream.tv. I am one of your hosts, Germar Derron. Here with me, special guest host all the way to my extreme right, from Good Nerd, Bad Nerd, this is Brian.
Hey everyone.
Right here next to me, as always, the lovely Stephanie Pressman.
It's lovely to see all of you again.
And on my left, my favorite Anastasia Washington.
I'm gonna take my fish oil. Hold on.
Hey, spoiler alert. Then you, oh wait, you guys saw the show.
Is she gonna die? Is she gonna turn?
Maybe she's gonna-
It was delicious.
Wait, hold on, we're gonna talk about that, so don't like blow it. You are spoiling our show right now.
Stole his thunder.
He totally stole it. I mean, I didn't even see the ending.
don't know
we don't know
yet.
what happened.
They don't know yet.
Great finale, right? Great finale. We
I
all
think
agree?
so.
There was a lot. There's so much.
So much.
There
And I'm
was
so sorry
much
we
that
can't
happened.
cover 2 hours in our 20 minutes
There
or
was so much good and there was so much bad.
And so much death and sorrow and sadness. Man, this doesn't sound like a good episode. Let's get right into it.
I feel like we need therapy. Maybe.
You know,
No.
I'm just really sad that Mac is still on the show after all of
I
that.
agree, unless they're gonna do something phantasmical with him.
Well, anyway, we'll get there.
Take the fish oil, Mac.
Let's not get too dark and crazy and ahead of ourselves. One thing I noticed in the episode that I thought was kind of cool, maybe I'm wrong about it, I'll get your opinions now, is Fitz back. And when I first got that hint of it tonight was when he was talking to Hunter and he's finishing his sentences. He was speaking really quickly. Of course, he like asked Simmons out at the end, but is he back to like normal Fitz? Can he handle the real world on his own?
Oh yeah, he can handle it.
Of course you think that.
I
got
think
this.
besides the stuttering, he's been back for a while. I think they just kind of dropped that. It was like,
Oh, really?
Was he ever gone?
It took him a few months. and
They
then...
they set up this perfect thing where they could use that machine they used on Coulson, but they just kind of like, we've got too much. We got to
They
talk.
decided not to
We
do
want
it.
Fitz back, and that's too much to deal with.
Kind of like they did with Skye's training. They're like, we don't need to go over
Yeah,
this.
no training. She
don't
like
need to-
spent
we don't
5
need to
minutes
go
with her
over
mom
this.
and she could move mountains.
That's right.
Or shatter mountains.
Yeah.
Stephanie, you got Fitz?
Yeah, I mean, I really wanted to see Gemma make him a sandwich before he left for duty, but other than that, I don't know. I just,
Was that an innuendo?
yeah.
The sandwich innuendo.
As a huge fan of making men sandwich, I love this.
Wait, you're a fan of making
Yeah, that's why me and Fitz are so perfect together. I want to make him sandwiches.
that's
I
nice.
really do.
Fitz Asia? We didn't forget. You should have worn that shirt again. But
You don't know what I'm wearing under this.
that's fair. I don't know at all. I didn't see you 5 minutes ago. So, more exciting topics. For the first time, we finally see Hyde. Cal becomes this crazy
Yes.
monster man. But also attached to that, maybe he was never really a monster. Maybe Jiaying was always the monster. So what do we think about Hyde's transformation?
Well, he got some really gnarly nails and some shoulder pads. So he just turned into a woman from the 80s, pretty much.
But don't.
He was a little Frankenstein-esque. I don't think they wanted to do it too much because I think they don't want it to be too close to hulking
Hulk.
out.
Yeah.
So I kind of get that, but it wasn't my favorite transformation of all time.
There was a lot of buildup for
Yeah.
this moment.
Yep.
Even with the kind of the horror hand on the cot,
Yes.
and then he
Yeah.
comes up.
Bad nails. Bad nails.
You're fixated on the nails.
I am.
Well, there was a lot of bad manicures in this whole episode.
Wow.
So
It's true.
I do feel like it was like almost a 2-season build-up to this reveal of Hyde. And were you
Yeah.
disappointed, or was this what you wanted to see?
I was disappointed.
Yeah.
For sure, I was disappointed. I thought that he just didn't look, his face, he had some prosthetics going on, he had some worm things going on in his neck, but he just didn't feel that different at all.
Not even that strong. Go ahead.
I feel like his physical transformation was slightly disappointing because I also thought he had more abilities than he actually showed.
Apparently had,
but I think
yeah.
his emotional like roller coaster and evolution was amazing.
Yeah,
and
that for sure.
I loved that whole storyline.
I think when he was really going nuts after he had his Hyde juice, that was when he was
Hyde
like the
juice.
most entertaining. The show is brought to you by Hyde juice.
My favorite moment of both the episodes was definitely the Coulson Hyde or the Coulson
The buddy
Cal
cop episode?
buddy, a new spin-off detective series.
There's the spin-off we need.
That's
Cal
why they
and
filmed that
Coulson.
other thing. Yeah, Cal and Coulson. I didn't
Cal
see
and
that happen.
Coulson. It's the
When he gave
buddy
that
show
kiss,
we need.
Why'd he do that? He's just like, it looks like he's gonna hurt him. He goes, I love you, Coulson. Let's do it.
It was amazing. That was my
They're
best.
bros
my
now.
favorite.
They're bros. They're
Definitely.
gonna barbecue.
They were gonna be like,
If he
did we just
remembers.
become best
You know
friends?
what? Yup. Spinoff for Skye is My Two Dads.
Oh, I don't get that reference because I'm too young. Anyway,
I do.
So Jiaying apparently is the monster. Maybe it was never Hyde. She was always pulling the strings, it seems we learned here.
Well, she's definitely an interesting lady.
Really? Did anybody see it coming though? Did you see this? Did you feel sometime earlier in the season, last season?
Only from that episode from last week. That was the only time I really saw it coming. Otherwise, it was such a roller coaster, this whole Skye finding her family thing has just, this season. I mean, there were tears tonight.
Yeah.
Anytime they talk about Skye and her family, geez, waterworks start coming.
Kind of what the show's really about, I guess.
Yeah, I think I was lost in her whole. I mean, she played me a little bit. I feel.
Yeah.
Yeah, she played me.
They didn't really give us an opportunity to put that together.
That's right.
They
She just
hid it.
appeared. Yeah.
Well, and all of her conversations were just short. They're very short, so we didn't have much of her. So
She
At
wasn't
all.
a huge talker until she became evil.
Until she became straight up evil.
that was the surprise. I'm insane.
Right.
Surprised I can talk.
Was it fair that she's like insane because of what happened to her? Because I'm guessing that's what made her this creepy.
Well, that's how Cal described it.
I think what he
that
was
was gonna
trying to
change.
say is it wasn't getting cut up that made her crazy. It was what her people were doing to her, forcing her to kind of be the
To take lives.
to take lives to keep
Right.
their heritage going.
Yeah, and I think anytime anybody is forced to eat people's life source, it goes to your head. It gets a little weird. you
Well,
know?
and it's a very personal way that she has to kill them.
Yeah.
You have to actually touch
Very
the
personal.
people you're dying.
As
like an evil rogue.
As Anastasia was saying, she's a succubus.
yeah.
And life's tough when you're a succubus.
Or
It
it's
really
awesome.
sucks.
Especially if you're evil and you're
A
into
bus.
it.
It sucks. See?
I think if that's who you are, you're probably into
Yeah,
it.
yeah, you're probably into it. You know what? I made a big mistake. I apologize. I didn't say, hey, you guys, we're live. You're on YouTube. You can chat with us. Stephanie has this pad here. She can talk back to you. Of course, get us on Twitter. Hashtag AOSAS all week long. Even though this was the end, we'll talk to you. We've been talking to you all week. Now let's move on to the next topic, which is something that interests me far more than anything we've talked about to this point. And that
Sandwiches.
is, what would you think?
Sandwiches?
No, that's your thing.
Oh, that's my thing.
That's just
Sorry.
you. That's just you. Ward, I still call him Agent Grant Ward. Is that wrong? Because now is he leading Hydra? Maybe potentially. So people were like, Hydra's back. Yes, it looks like
Of
Hydra.
course he's leading Hydra. Of course he is. Of course.
Well, I don't know. He didn't seem like a team guy, but then of course he made the comment that he is a team guy. And something else that the fans have been talking about, speculation online, is that he might be Taskmaster.
I agree with that.
You think so?
Yeah.
Talk about it. Let's go.
Taskmaster has been, he's a freelancer. He puts together a team. He's
Yep.
like expert martial artist. He can learn any skill that he
So he
sees.
literally can fight almost anybody, toe to toe.
Right, and if Ward is not Taskmaster, he has no right going toe to toe with May and Bobby and all these people he's been been able to hold his own against.
I know. He looks like him now to me. Even though he doesn't have the silly costume and a mask, he looks like he might be this guy.
And honestly, anybody can be a team player if you're the head of the team.
Because you're
okay?
not really a team player.
Douche.
You have help. You have servants.
Yeah, but Taskmaster does have a history with Hydra.
Exactly.
And with a lot of other organizations.
Right.
But, it makes, the nice thing is it can separate from Hydra because we've had enough Hydra. We've had plenty
Yeah,
of
why
Hydra
not?
That's fair.
for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. to deal with. This would be something new, and it could lead into possibly stuff that's going to come up in Captain America: Civil War.
But they are leading us towards Hydra at this point.
Exactly. We really thought last week that we were done with Hydra,
Hydra.
at least for a while, because we were moving on to Inhumans. And,
Oh, because
and
of
that
like
whole-
Ultron and stuff. That's right. And
Exactly.
you said that, yeah.
We said that Hydra was pretty much done, and now bringing it back. But I did really love when Ward thought he killed May, and oh no, killed his love.
Yeah, I can't believe he really thought he killed May. So I'm still so conflicted about Ward. I mean, he's obviously an awful dude, but I just never thought that he would have put 6 bullets in May's
What is
chest.
the conflict with Ward? What is the conflict with Ward? He is a douchebag. He has no redeeming qualities.
Douchebags aren't terrible people, like inherently, though.
Yes, he is. He's an inherently
I'm actually
bad person.
pretty sure that's the
That's
definition.
the definition.
Yeah.
Like what it says in the dictionary.
Yeah,
He
it's
kills people.
douchebag,
He destroys people's
inherently
lives.
evil.
Yeah. What is good about him?
Maybe I
what
called
does
him
he
wrong.
do that's good?
He's good looking. Oh, I just said something I should have
He
said.
is
Wow.
good looking, but
No,
even
you know.
me.
No, guys, just because he's good looking does not
You
make
know,
him less of
agree
a
to
psycho.
disagree.
Okay,
Agree to
even I, who have been a Ward supporter, am over Ward.
In this episode? In this
I
episode?
admit it, I am
Oh
over
my God,
Ward.
Stockholm Syndrome has stopped.
Can I ask a real quick question
Brian, go ahead.
about Agent 33? So she has the face
May
camouflage
mask.
mask. Why did she still walk around all beat up? And Was the mask just like making her beat up?
Listen, she was letting her mask down. Okay.
Just where she got
was
punched?
showing herself.
Just in that area.
She wanted to bond with her lover because
Yeah.
he was punched too.
Yeah.
So we talked about this a lot.
Because she's a psycho.
Whoa,
Sorry.
whoa, psycho. That literally scared me.
Yes, she was the psycho.
What just happened? We talked about this a lot. I know the internet's going crazy. Fish oils in the water. Let's debate, let's argue, let's punch each other. What's happening with this fish oil? Where is it going to go?
This is how they get around mutants.
Yeah.
That's
what this whole show is setting up in the Marvel Universe right now.
This is how they're going to get around mutants, and this is how they're going to blow up superpowers, and it's going to come into play for Civil War.
Did you get an inkling to go out and buy vitamins right after this, or is that just me?
Yeah, while I was watching it, I put in an order for all of the vitamins.
Here's the thing, though. Are we saying that the metal doesn't dissolve in water? Like, is the metal going to stay at the bottom of the ocean? Are swimmers going to die?
Nobody's swimming down there.
Or is it just or is it going to be in the fish oil?
I think that's just a mistake they made. That when they threw the crystals on the ground, the metal disintegrated and was in the smoke.
Right.
But in order to kind of create new superpowered individuals, it's not going to dissolve. It's at the bottom.
Well, you noticed
so.
it was just like a
dissolve.
Stream of blue.
And not metal.
It was not.
I think maybe they can work around by saying the metal interacts with gas, so that's why it interacts in air. But in liquid, it's totally fine.
I feel like they're just going to be like, what metal? And everybody's a mutant. Yay!
We don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So this is going to be cool because, of course, now we're going to have people popping up with powers all over the place.
You know what, though? Think about who eats fish oil. Like, who eats fish oil? A lot of old people. A lot of old people. There's going to be a lot of geriatric
It's not true at all.
inhumans.
So many
Anastasia apparently takes fish oil daily.
I take care of myself. Okay?
I think it's time to go shop at Whole Foods again, because apparently that's where you get your superpowers.
That's where you get all the
Didn't
fish oil.
you know mutants were going to come from Whole Foods anyway?
Well, I know people raging out like the Hulk once they pay.
Inhumans.
Yeah, oh, that's right. Don't say it. We get it right on this show. Hey, so what is up? I know we don't know, but speculate is what we do here. With the liquid inhuman prison that captured Simmons, maybe. I don't know what's going on.
I feel like by the time they gave us that little nugget at the end, we were already so overwhelmed by everything else. We were so overwhelmed by Fitz just asking out Simmons. We were so overwhelmed by everything that we were just like, fish oil, that when Simmons got swallowed up by black goo, we were just like, what?
You want to know why? Because the writers hate Fitz. He cannot catch a damn break.
Poor guy.
They're just waiting for me to be cast on the show.
Is that what it is?
I'm ready.
She's here.
I don't think that's what it is at all.
Straight.
Well,
He's
online,
ready for
speculation, and some people think it's a symbiote, but that doesn't really fit into how this could destroy the Inhumans.
Right. What we saw at the end there.
Yeah, I mean, what we saw at the end completely changes all the theories about what's going on.
I will say on our show last week, almost all of us thought that it would do that. We all said it was some kind of prison and would trap people and yada, yada, yada. I don't know how many people.
We were trapping Inhumans, though. So
Yeah,
why
that's
would
why
it
it's
just
confusing.
swallow up Simmons?
Well, is she an Inhuman? Because remember, it didn't change into the liquid form we thought until Inhumans were in the room.
It would be just the biggest thing ever if Simmons,
Irony,
that Simmons, the biggest Inhuman
the
hater.
biggest racist in the world.
The biggest racist.
I don't think she's the biggest racist on the show, you guys. I think we're a little bit hard on
Was
Simmons.
it Gonzalez?
There's a lot of people. I'm not sure what the Simmons hatred is on this show, but I don't drink it.
You didn't see the same show that we saw.
Apparently not.
There's a lot of these S.H.I.E.L.D. agents, though, that in this overreacting go straight from, okay, we're protecting the world, kill everybody.
That happened on this episode.
Like 4 times.
Immediately.
It's like, oh, things went bad, let's just murder them all.
You know what? You know, if you guys are all into Mac and not into Simmons, I understand.
I don't know about Mac.
Oh my
I don't think
god.
anyone
He
went
did have
that
some
far.
cool lines or whatever, but anybody else, any ideas about the liquid trapping
I think
Simmons,
it's
where
gonna
that goes?
transform her
She's going to transform.
somehow.
Well, it's supposed to be bad to Inhumans. So.
Is she coming back? She was really, I will say that the actor that plays Gemma was really excited on Twitter that they got renewed. So I assume
She's gotta be back.
she's going to come back. But I don't know.
I think
maybe Fitz is going to set up.
Here it is.
Fitz is going to like
you
save
have
her
something?
and...
She's going to be Captain Marvel. She's Captain Marvel.
All right.
That's what it is. You heard it here. You heard it here first. She's Captain Marvel.
Please don't tell anyone you heard that. Do not tweet that. And with that note, we got to go to the commercial break. You know it's going to be quick. We'll be right back here in just a minute. Sit there. We'll be back. See you.
Hey, what are you doing?
Just getting a movie from Biggle.
What's Biggle?
It's an app that lets you rent or own TV shows and movies just by using points.
Oh, how do you get the points?
By watching TV.
You get TV shows and movies by watching TV?
Yeah.
But I watch TV.
Then you should download Biggle.
How much is Biggle?
Free.
What?
Download Biggle for free. Now TV loves you back.
You getting another movie?
No, I'm emailing my mom.
Oh, I should do that.
Yeah, that's also free.
Just in case you missed it live.
In case you missed it live.
Just in case you missed it live.
Oh, just in case you missed it live.
In case you missed it live, I'm doing something right now.
We're all super excited.
This is dancing.
So what would that be, like a 7?
I cannot. I literally cannot. You guys have got to get it together.
Don't hate the player, don't hate the game. Hate the contract you didn't get.
He's a coward. He's a giant chicken shit.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It's going to be like hurricane. Whoa.
Watch out for those girls. They are gagging them.
Hold the phone.
Hold on.
Bro.
Bennet, the more brutal you are, the more power you have.
Right.
That was sexy, it was hot, it was heated, I was into it.
You are gonna be the most high-paid hooker in the world.
Go ahead and invite your friends and everybody. Tell your mama, tell them don't turn the stove off and get up on the computer so we can get on theStream.tv.
Thank you again for joining us, and until next week, bye-bye.
Welcome back. I'm glad you're there. And Brian has a very special message for you. Brian, what's that message?
It's about time you got here.
That's a reference to the show we just watched. I don't know if you
We're
get
posing.
Yeah, it was
We're
like
posing
Mac.
or just you?
Mac was just waiting
How
in
long
that
was
room
Mac
for
waiting?
45
What do you
minutes.
say?
He did that thing you do when you're a kid playing hide and go seek, where you run, and then you get as still as possible, and he just sat there for
And then he got
45
his
minutes.
butt
and
kicked.
waited.
I don't know. I mean, this is the section where we're supposed to talk about fan questions, but it's such a big 2 episodes tonight. So, fan questions. Stephanie, you got anything happening on YouTube?
Oh my gosh, we have so many people in the chat right now. We've got Blade Ninjax 01, we've got Bear Toster, Jamie Van Dyke, the Mick 2639, Saul Perez, per usual. We've got Marvin Sevkek, and there was a really great one from Saul Perez. He said, Simmons' inhuman power will be to make the perfect sandwich.
We got a lot of sandwich jokes tonight. Let's get into these Twitter questions.
Why do you hate sandwiches?
I actually find them quite delicious. It just wouldn't be my superpower.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, all right, so
I got it.
Fan question number 1 from Twitter is from Kickass Koala, another super fan of the show, at Kickass_Koala at theStream.tv or StreamTV. Are you as happy as I am that the Mockingbird show won't happen? Hunter is better on AOS, and I didn't see the value in it. Hashtag AOSAS, please, all week long. And so, of course, we know that the show that was a spinoff wasn't necessarily canceled, but put on the shelf for a later time. How do we feel about it? Are we happy?
I'm happy because I feel like we've come a really long way in this season, and we finally are starting to hear the voices of Bobby and Hunter and where they can help in this team, you know? So, like, it was kind of weird for us to just spend them off right away.
Well, I will say that they definitely wrote their last scene as if it was them leaving for a spin-off show, something along those lines.
Fair.
Because her saying, I'm done.
Yeah.
You know.
I'm okay with it not happening or being shelved for
Unless
now.
it was going to be like an odd couple. You know, Hunter's at home,
Something totally
keeping
different.
the house clean, and she comes back.
Gotcha.
Bobby, were you out assassinating world leaders.
Like you do.
Oh, Bobby.
So another week, we're not that strong about it, but we're fine with it. So we have another fan question. Maybe one that gets a little more excited.
I still want to see Cal Coulson. That's the spinoff we need.
No, I'm good with just Agent Carter season.
We have enough going on in the Marvel Universe, Netflix. So fan question number 2.
Truth.
Ariel at Finding 40 in NOLA. Maybe that's New Orleans, Louisiana.
NOLA. Finding 40 in NOLA.
I do wish S.H.I.E.L.D. would get back to fighting bad guys. Ugh. So I guess it's because they're talking about infighting. Do they not consider Inhumans bad guys or a threat? Does it matter whether it's bad guys or good guys?
Sure, there was a huge bad guy this episode. There was a few.
Well, considering
Big bad.
Skye's mom did want to murder a whole bunch of people, I think we can probably consider her a bad guy.
It's like what you said earlier, though. I guess we didn't work into her.
There was no build up to that, so it was just kind of surprise murder.
Villain. Right.
But isn't all murder surprise?
Not premeditated murder. That's what the murderer is. Stephanie, what are you going to say?
I was gonna say we haven't even discussed Raina at all in this episode.
Nope.
She did.
We have not.
I will say, the one thing I am happy about with her dying is she always sounds stuffed up when she's in her makeup. It's like she's got a cold. Give her.
Probably because it's all alcohol-based makeup. That will stuff you up.
I'm really sad. The only thing I'm really sad about with Raina dying is that she didn't get her life force sucked out of her, because I wanted to see her get supercharged.
Or do a spider dance? I don't
know.
When Skye
was getting her life force sucked out by her mother, which was just odd. She did make a really pretty looking vampire. So let's put her in a vampire crossover.
I don't agree with that. I don't think she looked good purple.
I don't even know if we're talking about fighting bad guys at all. So we think we had bad guys, but we got another fan question here, and we're running out of time.
But Raina wasn't a bad guy. That was where I was going with that. We had Raina, and then Raina wasn't bad, and then blah 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 blah, and then Skye was a pretty vampire.
Nice. Third fan question from Twitter. This is from Tom Waters at the Ginger 1120 blah blah blah.
See a ginger ninja?
I thought that too. Okay, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I remember when Skye was an annoying hacktivist and war was boring. Damn! You and your character development. Did those characters get better? Did they do it throughout the team?
I'm confused. Was that a question?
They're statements that we comment on.
Yes, I think Ward was far and away better as soon as he got crazy.
Yeah, I agree.
And Skye, when she kind of started taking on responsibility for what was happening, and just kind of being active and not just kind of poor me, also was a lot more interesting.
No other thoughts, Anastasia?
Well, I mean,
you clearly don't agree.
You always hated
bring
Ward,
I hate Ward.
Okay, the end.
I definitely thought since season 1, Skye has definitely grown. She's grown as an agent. I mean, when she started, she was just there to help with tech stuff. She was there to hack. And now she grew into an agent. She grew into this powerful, soon-to-be superhero. Her character development has come very, very far over 2 seasons. Ward, he went from, he has had a roller coaster ride. We went from loving him to him betraying, to him being Hydra, to him
You're like a Ward racist.
joining back with Coulson.
It's not called racism when you don't like somebody. It's just called I don't like you,
I think it is.
psychopath.
Yeah, Webster's. Anyway.
But yeah, he's had a roller coaster, but I don't know that he has grown as a character. It's just been interesting to watch.
Just changed, not grown, but different.
I think Skye's definitely going to need some therapy after this last 2 hours.
Season.
Actually,
I really felt like,
according to Andrew, May's ex, she's fine.
It's true.
She's good to go.
She's good.
Mom tried to kill me?
Yeah. He's the best therapist I've ever met.
Blair Underwood is the best TV therapist I've ever seen,
He can
and
give
by
me
far.
therapy anytime.
You know what else we got? We got Twitter shout-outs. Very special. Ending of our season as well. Twitter shout-outs to Agent Coulson's Army at iHeart Coulson, all season long supporting us, retweeting, loving everything we do. We got, I don't know how to say this. Is it Michael Rice or Michael Reese? Respond to us. Let us know, because maybe one of our biggest fans. Follow us over from Agent Carter. That is at TFS Michael REIS. And of course, at Bam Smack Pow, at S.H.I.E.L.D. Radio with the Helicarrier podcast. And for the whole crew here, any special thank yous, shout outs?
Well, good nerd, bad nerd, thanks for being on the show.
Thank you for having me.
And maybe we'll be a shout out on your show. I don't know.
Always,
Maybe.
always.
Thank you to Her Universe for providing Anastasia and I with some really awesome S.H.I.E.L.D. attire this season. So check out heruniverse.com.
Anybody else? We're out there.
And thank you guys. Love you guys.
All week long. Don't forget about us. Hashtag AOSAS. And I think this is the end. We gotta go.
Oh my God, you guys.
We're wrapping it up.
Wow.
Find us on Twitter.
Please,
Let us
we're
know
still
what's
there.
going on. Keep chatting in the chats. We'll talk forever.
Bye.
We
Good
love
season.
you.
Bye, guys.
Don't drink the fish oil.
For more awesome shows, be sure to click that button and subscribe to theStream.tv.